Hello there. Okay, since getting my GoPro, I was looking for a cage to use for it. My last waterproof, rugged camera, well, fell a few times, couple of times when I was on the bike, a few times when I was running. So I wanted to get a cage for this GoPro to make sure that at least it has a layer of protection, that in case or eventually when it falls, it won't really badly damage the camera. I mean, I expect it to be sturdy, but I just don't want to. No, I just want a layer of protection, especially from getting a camera that this pricey in a way. So let's go through them. So going online, reading reviews, it seems like these are the cages that are mostly used. They're primarily used actually for this unit right here. So this is the GoPro mic adapter. So this is primarily used for those external mics, and you would have a charging too from the USB here. So basically from your GoPro, you just go open it up here and then plug it on the USB port here, and then you could use the USB port and the mic in port basically, or the audio port. So the problem with this is you don't want it to be hanging like this, right? You need something like a structure to hold this in place. So I'm not sure how much I'll be using this. My primary reason for getting a cage is for protection and stability, and actually for the standard mount used for the camera stands. The what do they call those? The screw, basically, the ones that you could screw on top. So these three are the main ones that I noticed that are being reviewed and referenced as a good case for the GoPro. So we have the Ulanzi G9-5 over here. So that's pretty hefty. This one comes with this action standard action screw. So you have the tools here. They all came with the tools. So this one is pretty beefy boy right here and hefty. And the second one is another Ulanzi or Ulanzi. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, but let me just I'll just say Ulanzi for now because I'm not sure how it's pronounced. So the Ulanzi G9-14 metal cage. So this would fit GoPro 9 and 10. All of them would fit GoPro 9 and 10 since the form factor is the same for both. And then you have the SmallRig vlog kit or vlog cage basically. So this one comes with this, which is where you put the adapter, similar to this one. This one's already attached though for the Ulanzi G9-14, and for the Ulanzi G9-5, you pretty much put it here on the bottom. Okay, so let me go through the base when you get it out of the box. So this one, I thought originally when I was looking online, it didn't have the screw for the normal tripods. So going back here, so if you see that, you have the screw, the standard screw here, there. So either you use that, or if you're going to use the action mount, you have to install this basically. So it'll cover that up. So this one, you kind of have, this one with the Ulanzi G9-5, you kind of have to know what you're going to use it for. If you're going to use like the big tripods, and that you're going to use it primarily for taking stable videos on a stable ground or something like that, you might be more interested in just using this and not installing the action Jackson adapter. So let me install all of the pieces to get them kind of set up for their use outside, or for my use for them. So my rationale for getting one is primarily for protection of the camera. A few times I already had incidents where the rugged camera that I had would fall either from from running, was rarely, I think from cycling, maybe twice when I was riding and I was trying to take a picture while riding very slow around, the landscapes. But it didn't really hurt the camera that I had then, the Luminox outdoor camera. So I wanted to get a cage basically for outdoors and probably for to expand the use of the GoPro basically. So let me install all of these and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's start with the Ulanzi G9-5. This you could see here. So I installed the adapter already for the Hero mode. So you have these. It's fairly beefy. You know what? Let's get the weight first. 206 grams. 206 grams, and with a GoPro, 359 grams. So you will be carrying or supporting 359 grams basically when you have the GoPro and the Ulanzi G9-5. And then if you add in the GoPro mic adapter, so let's put it in here, you will have 389 grams. That's 389 grams without the microphone if you're planning to attach a mic to it. So with all of these set up, so 389 plus the microphone or plus the bulbs or whatever attachment you're going to use, that'll be the weight of the whole gear basically. So the good thing with this one is if you want a beefy one with a lot of protection and components, so you have this riser for the adapter here. You could put a higher I guess mic. If you have a big mic, you could have it put it here on top. You could remove it, then just use this one if for flash or for a smaller type mic where it's not going to block the view. You have another port here on the side too. Okay, going back, so you have this port here, another one here. So this one you could remove, then you can't use it here because it doesn't have the notch. If you could see the notch there, so you could only use this one here, which I think is appropriate if you're going to use a bigger mic. Probably be good to be on top. You'll probably put light here or something else, but if you want to put the mic on the side, I guess, yeah, if it's a big one, then you have to find a way for the puffy, whatever they call that, to not block your lens. But yeah, this one you can't really put it here because of the notch anyways. Okay, and then to open it up, you can just, so basically this one goes down on the side. So this one's for the USB port, right? So let's do a quick one right here, and then remove this. So this one goes up, the other one goes down, the one on the side goes down. Okay, and then the GoPro will remove the battery port like this. Okay, so got the SD card here and then the USB port. So you can see that USB port. So when we're going to put it in, basically we're just going to go from the rear opening here where the cage is, and you just slowly push that in. Yeah, push that in. And oh, here, let me show you. There, so once you push it in, there it is. Wow, it's really nice. And then you could close it here on the back. So you see this notch here, that's what locks it in place, and it's a good feel there. So, and then this one, you kind of push here at the side, there's like a foam here, kind of pushes the battery towards the unit. So you'll feel a kind of just a light pressure on that piece, on that side, and then there. So it's all there. So the port here, and then that's when you put this GoPro microphone adapter in. So you could commonly just plug it there. This one, push it here. There. So now you'll have access for the mic here and the USB port here. So there you go. And you have the access to your there. And then the good thing I think for this is if you need to replace your battery, let's say, unlike the Media Mod that I noticed that you have to take the whole thing off again, this one you could just slide this off basically. So you remove the port and then slide it down if you need to replace the battery. Then you have access to it. You could even leave it like this if you want to, but you know, if something happens to the battery, well, there's a chance, you know, a vibration could kick the battery out of the slot. But yeah, okay. So let's move to the next one. So let's move on to the Ulanzi G9-14. It's this one right here. So let's go through. So you will, here you have your standard tripod mount, and so you don't have to use the GoPro mount when it's inside. And then you also have your action cam mount basically there. And then you have space here for the power button. So you also have the 1, 2, and 3. This isn't actually, I think, get this off. Okay. So you have 3 of those usable mounts basically for lights, sound, or microphone, and well, for this one will be for the adapter, for the mic adapter, right? So this one's for that. But if you don't need it, this is actually really nice. If you don't need it, you could just leave it like this, and you could use this for something else. I'm not sure which, but a lot of people probably have multiple stuff they could put in there, like some kind of different lights, or maybe some different adapter for something. And then you have a screw on thing here for another, you know, component to add basically. So, oh, funny, you could even actually, just for laughs, you could have this screwed up here. For what reason, I don't know, I just thought about it right now. And then there's for the battery mount. So basically it just opens up like this, so when you need to access it, even with this, I think you should be able to. So let's add it back in. So then you could still access your battery this way. Okay, let's put in the GoPro. So in this case, you push this out, windows up. Maybe I'll loosen this one a bit so that, you know, when I'm putting the GoPro, it won't be an issue. So put it in here, just the rear, put it in there, should fit nicely. And then sure, okay, got it in properly, closing the back. See, USB port in the battery, closing it here. Then let's do, like, let's say, probably mount. Let's put this in first and mount it this way, or maybe let me put this one in first and see if it's gonna work. So I'm gonna push it all up there and then put this in here. Seems a little tight, or maybe it should be bent like this. There. Oh, this one's better. So it was easier to kind of loop this all in there, and then you could tighten this a little bit to hold it. So there you go. Put your microphone or your USB charger here. Put your mic here or here on the side. So here or here. Or the lights, you have the power button access here. Then you have the two tripod, normal tripod connector, and your GoPro connector. So you know what, all in all, let's see how it weighs. So this is for the Ulanzi G9-14 with everything except for the mic and other accessories on it. So it's the GoPro and the mic adapter. So let's see, it's 335 for all of them. So that's definitely lighter than the Ulanzi G9-5. The earlier one's definitely lighter than that one, of course. And then let's say you just want to use it without the mic adapter. Let's say just want to use it basically with the GoPro, put it on the bike or on a run. It's 273, so just having this is going to be 273 grams. Okay, so pretty good. So if I'm only using this by itself, actually let's weigh it by itself. So for my use case, the rationale for this is for protection when I'm outdoors, not really swimming, because I think when I'm swimming I'm just going to tie it to one of those GoPro water buoy type things. So to remove it, just get this open, make sure it's not blocking anything, get this one open too, and then push it out. There you go. So let's get the weight of this one by itself. So 126. Let's do it again. It's 126. And then let's add the mic adapter holder. Okay, the weight for that would be 159. Of course, it's way lighter than Ulanzi G9-5 one. So this one is 159, and this one is 205. Okay, so that's for the Ulanzi G9-14. It is lighter. It has the removable mic adapter holder, which some of you might like. It's not as heavy duty as this one is, but depending on your use case, for mine this might be a better choice, or the SmallRig. So this might be a better choice for my my use for the GoPro. So it is pretty nice. Also, I'm not sponsored by any of this companies. I'm buying stuff basically for my use. So yeah, just in case you're thinking I'm being sent or being paid to do this, nope. I just thought of doing this and helping out others who might be looking for something that would fit their needs too. Okay, on to the next one. So this one is the SmallRig vlog case. So I guess it was really built for vlogging, so let's go around through it. It seems similar to the Ulanzi G9-5 metal cage, but this one is made by SmallRig. It is pretty beefy. It looks cool too. It has multiple, actually this one seemed to have multiple ways for, you know, for stuff to be put on it. So you know what, let's start with the weight. SmallRig, everything from the package, everything's here. Okay, let's see. It is 130 grams, 129 grams. Let's get it again. Let's see. 129 grams. So let's add in the GoPro and the mic adapter unit for the SmallRig without the mic adapter holder. Weight is 104. So let's do that again. Weight is 104 grams. So without the holder, it weighs, oh actually, yeah, 103, 104. So it weighs pretty light. Well, of course, that's if you're comparing especially to the Ulanzi G9-5, it does weigh pretty light. Okay, so let's lock it here. There's a button here to open the battery port side here. Okay, so we're going to open that up to make sure it's not blocking the GoPro. We're going to put it from the back like the other one. Okay, there you go. Push this back in. Click there. Then push this down and you'll see the battery there and the USB charger. And if you need to replace the battery, you could open it that way. So then let's put all the gear in. So I'm going to put in this mic adapter again, the GoPro mic adapter, and then I probably have to loop this one similar to the other, the G9-14 to something like this. Okay, and then you have this if you want to position it and tighten it. There you go. So it is pretty nice. It's similar to the Ulanzi one too. It really depends on, I guess either of them would work. The only difference is that I could see is the mounting options. So for this one, you have this one to mount the light or the microphone, but you also have these screws for the side if you want to mount something else. And you have this one, actually there's a mounting, see this, there's one more mount here, but if you have this one on this side, you probably can't mount it. So you see that. Then you have the standard tripod screw mount here, and then of course the action cam mount over here. So that's interesting. It's, you got of course the access to your button here, possible mount, and then if you're not using this, you could actually just mount it something here basically if you're not using this. And then if you need to change the battery, all you need to do is remove your this one, then press this one, voila, there you go. So this is a really compact set. So if you need to remove this, you always have to bring a tool to take it off, or you have to pre-plan your trip to remove this if you don't need it. And you know, make sure you have a tool, you know, basically depending on what your use case is, you might not need to bring this piece if you're not going to use the mic adapter. So that's it for the SmallRig. And actually, let's see how it weighs all in all with all of the tools with it, and except for the mic. So it's 307 for all of this. So that's 307. Now let's see if, okay, so the SmallRig without the mic GoPro mic adapter holder and the mic adapter itself, 251. So it's 251, and then you'll have the use of the mount over here. Then yep, so you have one mount, two mount adapter. So adapter, well, for the mic, so two mounts, possible mount area, possible screw to mount something. So yeah, you have some other options with the SmallRig versus the Ulanzi. So here, the only thing is you have to screw this back on. So that'll take, you know, additional time. So that's it for the GoPro metal cages that I have. I still have not really decided which one I'm gonna use or which one I'm gonna keep, but let's go through them once again. This one is the Ulanzi G9-5. It's a heavy duty setup, so if you want something very sturdy, I think this is it. You have this higher mount for, you know, for bigger microphones or bigger flashes, I guess. It's removable too, so you have two mounts. You have this place here to put the mic adapter. This one's for the action mounts. You could remove this for the standard tripod mount. There's one inside there. And then to put your GoPro in, you just remove that one and remove this one basically. Then put it in, then put them back in. So there you go. And then it's Ulanzi G9-5. Then you have your Ulanzi G9-14. Came out of the box like this. Everything's attached. So the good thing with this one is you have one mount, two mount, expandable mount here. So you have an expandable mount there, and access to the batteries here, of course. And then of course you have the usual tripod mount and your action cam mount here. So this one, actually, the good thing too with this one is this one's removable, where if you need to, you have 1, 2, 3 possible mounts that you could use. So to put your GoPro in, you just open this here for the battery, then this one, open this one here, and then put your GoPro in and then close them. And the last one is the SmallRig. So right now I did remove it. Basically it's here. So if you have it here, you won't be able to use this mount here, but if you don't need it, you could just remove it and use the mount here for something else. And the mount here, it has screws for other expandable stuff that you might need to you want to use. So it does have also, have the standard tripod mount, and your action cam mount here. Feels very sturdy too. It's as light as the Ulanzi G9-14. So to put your GoPro in, just open it up here and open it on the side too. Put your GoPro in and then close them. Okay. So, well, I hope it helps for those looking for a mount, a steel mount for their GoPro. It is these are made of metal and they feel pretty sturdy, and you saw the weight difference. So they all are pretty sturdy, all made of metal, and you saw the weight difference between them. So the only difference actually between these two is the mount. This one you need a wrench to put the mic adapter on, and this one you don't need one. So hope this is helpful for you, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna use yet, but I will definitely end up with one. Thanks.